WALB presents a century of celebration, a closer look at the 100th Rose Show and Festival in beautiful downtown Thomasville.
Hi, I'm Cassie Dupree, and we are here in the city of Thomasville where we are celebrating a century of roses. I welcome you to join us to learn more about what all Thomasville has to offer for this year's 100th Annual Rose Show and Festival. I'm here with Madison, Special Event Coordinator. Madison, tell us a little bit about what's going on this year and what our viewers can expect.
Yeah, so we have a few changes this year with those traditional aspects that we always have for the Rose Show. But for the 100th Rose Show, we changed some things up a little bit. We moved the Civic Garden tent to the Ritz Amphitheater. So they will be on Remington Avenue this year, whereas traditionally they are in Paradise Park. We have also moved the activities from Paradise Park to the Ritz Amphitheater, so you'll see that as Rose Fest Market. We have added in sip-and shops for both Friday and Saturday night, as well as the historic display experience on Friday night.
Oh, great. Okay, so I hear there's some new things added to the special event list this year. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the main one is the historic display experience. We've gotten a few questions of what is that? So how that came about is while we were in the midst of January planning and COVID-19 right after Christmas, those numbers were up. So we knew we couldn't have that traditional parade. We wanted to find something new and awesome where we could have the people moving instead of the actual event moving and the people standing and watching. So we came up with the displays. So you'll see these 10 by 7 displays. On Friday night, we will have 20 of these displays all throughout Broad Street, as well as a sip and shop added to that. So you'll be able to grab your favorite beverage from a participating merchant downtown. We'll also have live entertainment back. We're excited to bring back the live music aspect on the streets. So we will have Blue Burden, The Leftovers, and Dana King playing as well. So we anticipate everyone to come out Friday night to sip, shop, and see the new displays that we have.
Oh, great. Another exciting event that is taking place is the Rose Show Market.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that, and why is that a little bit different than what you guys have done before?
So in the past, we've had Art in the Park at Paradise Park. And 2 years ago, we sat around a table and decided that we wanted to change that up a bit because we had been doing that for a really long time. Logistically, we knew that we needed to change some things because we had some people mention that, handicap related, it's hard to carry a wheelchair or a stroller or anything out in Paradise Park. So we moved all of those more centrally located to the downtown at the Ritz Amphitheater. And we were just coming up with the idea to keep it more floral focused. So with that, we wanted all of the handmade artisans to have some floral feature in their work. So right now we have 16 artisans that will be there on Saturday from 11 to 5. They will be in the white tents at the Ritz Amphitheater, so you'll be able to see them. And we also have some food trucks that will be there, as well as that Civic Garden Club tent.
Wow, y'all have so many different special events going on starting tonight through Saturday, but what is your most favorite event?
Well, what I'm most excited about is to see this historic display come to life. We have had a lot of anticipation with this event, just wanting to see it all come to life down Broad Street. So I'm excited about that. Not necessarily an event, but just some aspect that I'm excited about is all the floral features. So we have this display made by Ryan Phillips with Navy and J from Atlanta. He's our floral designer that we had this year, and he's going to make some awesome things in the downtown, as well as our builder, Melanie Batts. She's built some awesome photo opportunities that's going to be throughout the downtown as well. And our merchant window decorating contest. You're not going to be able to mistake this for anything else besides the Rose Show. So my main goal this year was to make it obnoxious with flowers. So I hope I've succeeded.
Well, thanks so much for joining us today, Madison. We have so much more to cover, so stay tuned so you can learn more about the 100th Annual Rose Show and Festival. Welcome back to the 100th Annual Rose Show and Festival. This is such a big event this year, and one big important thing is how can we do this event and how can we do it safely? I'm here with Christy to talk about the safety precautions we could take this year at this event. Christy, tell us a little bit about what all you have going on downtown.
Well, we've always thought about safety being the forefront of all of our plans. So we wanted to host an event safely because we knew people had not been out and about at large-scale events recently. So we thought, what can we do to bring people out and make them feel comfortable when they attend our event this year? So we have hand washing stations all throughout our downtown. We're also bringing in portable hand sanitizing stations that will be at all the events. We've also developed special masks with our logo on them this year. We have special hand sanitizer that will be available at all of the rose and flower tents. We're practicing social distancing. We're limiting the number of people that will also be in and out of all of the flower tents in some of our buildings as well. Plus, most of this event will be outside, so there's so many activities to enjoy, and people feel much safer when they are outside and able to walk around and control their environment a little bit more. So all of those things we've put into place, so we're really hopeful that everybody will come out and experience everything Thomasville has to offer.
Oh, very good. And I know sometimes, you may leave your mask at home or in your car. You mentioned that you had masks available on site,
right.
And I see that those are so cute
with
the little logo on them.
We do have the special masks this year with our logo on them, so we're really excited about those. And again, those will be out and about throughout the entire event. They are free. This along with the hand sanitizer, so we're really excited to share this with everybody.
Very good. And tell me a little bit about what merchants are doing to take safety precautions as well.
Well, some of our merchants do require that you continue to wear a mask when you step inside of their business. That is their personal choice, but most of them do have signage on their door to kind of let you know what to expect before you come in. So as long as you pay attention to the signage, our merchants appreciate that, but they're so happy to have anybody come out and experience this event with us this year.
Very good. And I know we touched on merchants, but what about restaurants? What are they doing as well?
Well, we're really fortunate in Thomasville that we have so many great restaurants, but most of them do have some type of outdoor dining option, whether it's a courtyard where you can enjoy your meal, whether there are tables and chairs out in front of their restaurant. But actually, our Main Street office last year did install 24 new tables and over 50 new chairs in our downtown. So that was just to add some comfort, to make people realize, hey, it is safe here in Thomasville. Come out. If you'd rather order takeout from one of our restaurants, you can do that and safely sit downtown, be outside, and still enjoy what we have to offer. After you finish your meal, you could go in the shops and restaurants. So all of those measures are in place, so we want people to feel safe and comfortable while they're here.
Christy, with this being the 100th year of celebrating our roses, the tents are such a big deal. What safety precautions are y'all taking place to monitor how people are coming in and out of the tents?
We do have actually 3 tents, actually 3 flower shows that'll be directly downtown, and so we are monitoring the people as they enter those facilities. We do have people standing by with clickers, just making sure there aren't large crowds that are going in, and just monitoring the number of people that go in and out of the tents and the buildings. So it's just another way. We're just trying to make people feel safe, and we want them to know that we're trying to do everything we can to bring them downtown. We are practicing all these safety measures and just want them to come and enjoy our event.
Thank you so much. I could tell that you guys, the city, the merchants, the restaurants, have really put in a lot of hard work to make sure that this is a safe environment for everyone to enjoy. Thank you so much for this information. Guys, stay tuned for us to learn more about the 100th Annual Rose Show and Festival. Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in with us today. It is no secret that Thomasville has some of the best restaurants around. I'm here with Bonnie, and she's going to share with us the ins and outs of what all Thomasville has to offer at the 100th Annual Rose Show and Festival. Bonnie, talk to us a little bit about roses and restaurants.
Cassie, this is definitely one of the most well-received things that Thomasville does, because part of the fun of exploring a new city is exploring restaurants and just trying something new. And our restaurateurs, eateries have absolutely stepped it up, and they have gotten creative, and they have been able to put roses, rose flavor, rose essence in almost everything.
Very good. And what does roses actually taste like?
That is a great question, and really the answer is what you blend it with is able to take on really the flavoring of that product. So we've got a little bit of everything. If you've got a sweet tooth, we've got cupcakes, cookies, truffles, all sorts of great things that are mixed into the sweets, and it makes it very light and delicate. And then if you are into specialty drinks, cocktails, sangria, wine, it takes on more of a heavy flavor, so people really like that. Then you can mix it with other foods such as strawberries. That's a great flavor enhancer. So anything from strawberry pancakes, strawberries in frappes, and it just makes it even fruitier. So really the cool thing about a roast, first of all, it is edible, but it can take on so many different flavors. So with so many different places in Thomasville that are making something creative, it's going to be fun to just kind of pop in and out and sample a little of this and that.
Oh, very good. And tell me a little bit about more what's going on.
You know, in addition to all the flower shows, the car and truck show that's going on, what I love so much about the Rose Show and Festival is how community-centric it is. And what I mean by that is our attractions such as Pebble Hill and the Thomasville History Center, Jack Hadley Black History Museum, Taste of Thomasville Food Tour, all of them jump in and they're participating in their own way. For instance, Pebble Hill on Saturday has a wonderful rose cutting at their brand new rose garden that they've created. They have a 100-year-old family heirloom rose that they are starting their own rose garden with. So they'll be doing that on Saturday. They have a 20% discount on the tours. Thomasville History Center has a beautiful display just inside the doors of the Rose Queen dresses. You don't want to miss that. Jack Hadley, we're going to have a display in the Visitor Center. Taste of Thomasville Food Tour is going to be all around Thomasville. So again, it's not just the flower shows, it's so much more.
Well, I know it's such a big event. How is the tourism impact for the city of Thomasville and the community?
Wow, that's a great question, because an event like the Rose Show and Festival means so much to the community. As I just mentioned, the community really turns itself out, and what we've seen in 2019 was $83 million was spent in Thomasville with people coming to visit. So events like this bring people into the community. They fill up our hotels, they shop in our stores, they eat in our restaurants. So really everybody benefits from these events and people coming to see Thomasville.
Well, that's so exciting. Just like myself, I live in Leesburg, Georgia, and if my family wanted to come, I hear there's a new hotel here in town. Tell us a little bit about that.
Goodness. Thomasville has great accommodations, from bed and breakfast, historic inns, but yes, we have a brand new hotel in downtown Thomasville, the Marriott Courtyard. It's long awaited, and it is it's a chain hotel, but when you walk into it, it has a wonderful boutique experience and feel. People hardly even know that they're in a Marriott Courtyard. It just feels like another part of historic Thomasville.
Oh, great. So our guests that are, from surrounding towns, they can call and book a stay here for the weekend and enjoy the lots of festivities that we have going on with the Rose Show Festival.
Cassie, I want to tell you, people come from all over. They do day trips. They're staying overnight. If they haven't gotten their room now, it might be hard to get a hotel room, but I'm not going to say not to try.
Great. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I know we're all excited about all the events that are taking place this Thursday through Saturday, but what's so important is the history behind how this Rose Show even began. I'm here with April to tell us a little bit about the history of how the Rose Show started. April, talk to me a little bit about the Rose Show Festival.
100 years of celebrating roses in a community, how special. So certainly decades of visionaries and leaders in our community that really paved the way. But one interesting fact to the Rose Show is that we can credit vegetables, not roses, to the very first Rose Show. In the early 1920s, just getting out of World War I, it was important for residents to create home gardens. And we had, history tells us, a lady by the name of Miss Harris that was a strong beautification leader in our community that created those home gardens, and she took some of her friends to the state fair in Macon, and they took their vegetable garden exhibit and won first prize, $25, which actually was the seed money that launched our very first Rose Show, held in 1922 in the Niels building that we have right here in downtown Thomasville. So it's a beautiful story. Since those years, we have had the Rose Show and the flower shows really just bloom. Not only do we have the Garden Club who started the whole thing, but we have the Rose Society who does our rose show. We have the Civic Garden Club that does a flower show as well. And then we also have the Orchids on Parade. And through the centuries, the show of the flowers and the roses really truly is what is most special about the event. And after World War II, the event did have some decline. At that point, it had reached probably about 15 locations within our community, whether it was a warehouse or an airport hangar or the fairgrounds, a gymnasium of a school. It really had some move and some challenges. And so in 1948, it became Rose Show and Festival with the addition of parades and a street dance. And so that truly has set the stage of what we will be able to experience today with 100 years. And that today with the 100th Rose Show that we will be able to celebrate truly is a century of visionaries and leaders that have paved the way with rose shows and festivities to create this 100-year celebration event that now we have been able to bring back into our downtown along the brick-lined streets that not only just overflow from our Neal's building, but the stretch of our entire downtown.
And April, I know we talked about how important it is not only that this event's been going on for 100 years, but to continue the tradition. Why is that so important to you?
How many communities can say they have a 100 year strong event to be able to celebrate in their community? We are so fortunate for a century of visionaries and leaders that even through the challenges have kept an event strong here in our community.
April, we know that the history is very important. What are some of the new elements to continue the tradition year after year?
There are so many new elements to the 100th celebration that we were able to explore this year. You will see roses and flowers raining over our entire downtown. One special experience is our historic parade experience that you see just a small capture of behind us, and there will be 20 of these displays in our downtown throughout the weekend.
All right, very good. So people can come in and take pictures in front of these displays and kind of continue that tradition year after year.
It's all about those historical elements that continue that tradition.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be right back. Here we are in the city of Thomasville, and as you can see, we've covered so many great things about this year's 100th Annual Rose Show and Festival. Madison, what is one thing that you want everybody to know about this year's event?
So one thing to remember about this event, to take away, is that this is a community event and it's something for everyone. So whether you are a rose grower, you have that opportunity to come and either show your roses or shop the roses in the tent. We also have the opportunity for the men, while those women are downtown shopping or they are looking at the flowers, then you have the car and truck show available for the men to hang out and see all the cars and trucks on that end of Broad Street. We also have something for the artists and collectors. We have music for everyone to listen to throughout the weekend. So there's really truly something for everyone. And another great aspect about our downtown is that it is walkable. So while you can park in a specific area, you can get out of your car and you can roam around the entire event for the whole weekend. And you don't have to leave or move from your area for that specific event.
That is so exciting to know. So no matter what interest I have or what hobby I have, downtown Thomasville this weekend has something for everybody to enjoy.
Yes, absolutely.
Madison, tell us a little bit about how somebody can find out more details about this event.
Yeah, so you can go to our website, thomasvillega.com, or you can call the Visitor Center as well. So that number is 229-228-7977, and we'll be able to answer any of your questions. But yes, definitely go to our online website to read all about it.
Madison, tell us a little bit about what's taking place tonight through Saturday.
So tonight we have the Thomasville Police Department with their inspection. It's a great event to come to and see everyone lined up down Broad Street. And then starting in the morning, we have our ribbon cuttings, as well as that historic parade display in Sip and Shop on Friday night, so tomorrow night. And then Saturday morning kicks off another ribbon cutting with the Civic Garden Club tent, and then rolls into Rose Fest Market. And all of those same festivities will be happening all day Saturday. So we have a full event ahead of us for the weekend.
Well, I know you're super excited, and I'm excited as well. Thank you so much for joining me today, Madison. The City of Thomasville welcomes you, your family, and your friends this Thursday through Saturday for the 100th Annual Rose Show and Festival.